Hey guys! So today I wanted to do a video on how to liven up your hair without having to go to the hairdresser. And so these are just little tips that I have found have really helped. But the first thing you guys need to make sure you do is you need to make sure you take care of your hair. So actually, like, you have to use heat spray if you're going to be doing, you know, any kind of heat styling on your hair. You have to make sure you use heat spray. That's not even one of the tips. This is just something that you need to make sure you do. So these are some things that I've discovered. So the first thing to do is to use hairspray. Not only does hairspray hold things in, you know, but it also can give you volume. So if you like flip your head over and spray your hair, especially your roots, and flip it back up and like zhuzh it, you know, then hairspray can really help boost your hair like immediately, and you're not doing any harm to it at all. So that's definitely something that you guys should look into. Another really good thing to use to volumize your hair is using volumizing shampoo. It's the easiest thing. Apply it directly to your hands and only to your roots, and just kind of definitely give your head a scalp massage, and it'll definitely energize your hair. The next thing is to use color boosting shampoo or conditioner. Now this will give you a fresher looking color, even if your hair is natural. The top part of my head is like completely natural, and it will still help boost the color and just make it look more vibrant. And especially if you have colored hair, then this definitely helps. So this is actually from the John Frieda collection. It's the Sheer Blonde. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it. They also have the shampoos and conditioners for brunettes and redheads. And it really just helps boost your color. This is the shampoo, and since I only apply shampoo to my roots, you know, and like only about halfway down my head, then this is going to help lighten up my roots and just brighten it, especially since summer is coming. The next thing to use, and this is especially if you have brown to blonde hair, is to use something like Sun-In. Now I know this is really bad for your hair if you use it all over, but what can really help is if you take just a couple of strands and spray Sun-In maybe on your fingers, or spray it straight on the strand, and just kind of run it over, and that will help give you like a sun-kissed look and will only do your roots. Don't ever put Sun-In on your ends, because that will just fry it. And I don't really recommend using Sun-In on your whole head, because I think that would probably be too much to your hair, but Sun-In definitely helps liven up your color. Now if you have dark brown hair or red hair or black hair or anything like that, I think it's going to make your hair look more orange wherever you have applied it. But this is definitely a good tip for people with brown hair and people with blonde hair. Anything from pretty much brown, like medium brown and up. So yeah. And the last thing to do is to cut your own hair. Now I know this sounds like really scary, but if you look up tips on the internet or ask maybe a hairstylist or something, you know, some tips on how to trim your hair yourself, then this is actually a really easy thing to do. Now I have bought professional hairstylist quality cutting scissors, and I just bought this at the drugstore for like only $17. Like it's really good. Basically you have to make sure, if you're going to cut your hair yourself, you have to make sure your scissors are sharpity sharp. They have to be like super sharp, because if they're not, it'll give you split ends, because it'll be too blunt. It'll just kind of, it'll be really bad for your hair. So you have to make sure it's like sharpity sharp. So one of the things that really help liven up your hair if you're bored with it, or you know, it's like dragging down your face, or you know, any kind of reason, then you can definitely give yourself bangs. This is what I did actually today. I gave myself bangs. As you guys can see, all of this. So you have to make sure, if you're going to give yourself bangs, you should try and cut up with the scissors. You can cut across if you want to, but then to feather it and to give it more texture, I'd say cut up, and make sure that it's shorter where it's closest to your face and kind of goes down longer, because that will help frame your face more and it won't look so blunt. So I gave myself bangs today, and I really love them. And actually, if you guys remember Emily from some of my videos, I'm going to cut her bangs. She loved mine so much today, she wanted to get her bangs again, so I'm going to cut hers after this video. Now, if you're going to give yourself bangs, you have to make sure you know how much you're going to cut. Don't grab just like a whole section because you want a big side swoop, because it might look a little bit too short, too far back. So you have to make sure you know exactly where your bangs are going to fall, and that you're just very, very careful with it. I would suggest cutting your bangs lower and then slowly cutting higher if you feel like they need to be higher, because it is way easier to cut them lower and then fix it than to cut too much off and then you can't fix it. So, and you guys can also give yourself layers too. Just make sure you're careful. So I hope you guys really like this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And please let me know if you try any of these tips, or better yet, if you guys have any tips, then leave them for me in the comment box, because I will definitely check them out. So, anyway, again, I hope you guys really liked this video, and please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Love you. Bye!